it's Lisa Cash Hansen, and on today's vlog, this is probably going to be the quickest one I've ever done. We'll see. But I just want to talk to you today real fast about ignoring the naysayers. This seems to be a huge deal with me, and I think it's because partially my background. Some of you guys know that my dad was pretty sucky, and because of that, anytime I hear somebody telling me what I can't do, something in me just rises up to prove them wrong, which may or may not be a great quality. But regardless, I want to tell you that the number one reason why anyone fails in business, in life, in their blog, or whatever is because they listen to these naysayer, nagging voices. And you just have to make a decision in life that no matter what it is that you want to do, you're going to ignore what other people say. I heard a great business coach say this one time. She said that if you want to make beyond, I think it was like 250,000, you are in the 1 percentile or the 2 percentile. That means that you have to do things different than 98% of the rest of the population. And so you always have to keep that in your head that, you know, I think about Howard Hughes. He's a big guy here in Las Vegas, and people thought he was nuts probably most of the time, and sadly at the end of his life he was nuts. But guess what? When he had a vision or he had a dream, he didn't listen to people telling him that he couldn't fly that big ridiculous aircraft. He just did it. And so everyone is not going to understand your vision. Everyone is not going to understand what you have in your heart, and really you shouldn't probably share it with everybody because they're just going to tell you what you can't do. You guys know, some of you know, that I'm on my journey to launch my baby product, the Snugglug. That's in the midst of everything else I'm doing. That's in the midst of coaching all the women in the Inner Circle VIP. That's in the midst of coaching my elite entrepreneurs on lisacashhansen.com. And so I've got to make calls daily to manufacturers and to work this stuff out. And meanwhile, I have other moms in business or other people that are higher up telling me, you're never going to get this product out, you might as well forget it, you can't do this on your own, and whatever. And I know that they mean well, but you know, the reality is they're not the one that gave me this opportunity, and so they can't tell me what I can or cannot do with it. So I don't know all the steps, right? I just take you along with me in my journey of what I'm doing, but this one thing I do know. My husband has a saying, which has never been my favorite, but basically he says, shut your pie-holio. What that means is, shut your mouth and don't tell me what to do. And so, I'm not telling you to publicly tell people to shut their pie hole, but I am telling you in your spirit and in your heart, if somebody doubts your vision, just tell them to shut up in your spirit, because there are times when you are going to have to trudge on all by yourself. No one's going to understand what you're doing. They might not believe in you, but if it's really a dream that's in your heart, you just go forward and do not listen to the naysayer, nagging voices, because you can do it. And here's what you always have to remember. If somebody else has done it, then it can be done. And something else for you to remember, even if nobody has done it, you can do it. You know, there's a guy, he just jumped out of space, basically. It's really cool. And I forget his name. I should have had this before I talked to you guys. But anyway, I'm sure they told him he couldn't do it. Now, granted, he had a lot of money behind him to help him, but he did it. And so just tune out any negative voice that tries to crush your dream. Honestly, the world is filled with crabs that love to drag you down. It's sad, but they say if you put crabs in a bucket, you know, you would think that they would think, we're about to get eaten, let's help each other. But they don't. What crabs do is, if you're a crab in a bucket and you're a crab trying to escape, all the other crabs come and pull you down. And there's a lot of people in life like that. It's like their mission to tell you what you can't do and shoot you down and shoot your dreams down. Just ignore them. So move forward. It's getting a little longer than I wanted it to be today, but you can make your dreams happen. Nothing is impossible, but the key to that is you have to tune out the negative naysayers. If you don't, then what they say is going to get in your head first, and then that's going to get in your heart, and then you're going to quit and give up. You might not know all the answers. You might not know how to do it. You might not think you're qualified. Just push all that aside. Take the first step that you can do to make your dream happen and focus on that. And then after that's done, take the next step. That's how I took my prototype to $15,000 from Huggies. I just did one thing at a time, and now here we are with the grant money. And there's still a lot in front of me, but it's the way it is, and you just get excited about it and do what you know to do. So I hope this video inspired you. Listen, I want you to just share something about yourself today in the comments. Just let me know that you saw this, that you enjoyed it. And also, for those of you who did renew in my Inner Circle VIP club. I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you, because I had talked to you guys about maybe giving some money to Sandy, but what happened was I was on Indiegogo actually thinking about launching my own campaign, and I just saw the most precious child that had a really severe skin ailment, and my heart was so moved I just sat there and wept. And so I hope you don't mind, but I used the extra money to give to this child so that he could get the help that he needs. And I will include that video in this week's newsletter. For those of you who are not on my newsletter, why don't you get on my newsletter? It's right on the sidebar. It's super easy. Just hop on either lisacashhanson.com, you can get on there, or Mompreneur Mogul. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching. Tune out the voices and just learn to say this: shut your pie-hole-io. That's my big words of wisdom for you today. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace out.